May you have enough happiness to make you sweet, enough trials to make you strong, enough sorrow to keep you human, enough hope to make you happy. Blessed be Providence which has given to each his toy, the doll to the child to the woman to the man to the devil. Separated lovers cheat absence by 1,000 fancies which have their own reality. They are prevented from seeing one another and they cannot write, nevertheless they find countless mysterious ways of corresponding, by sending each other the song of. One sometimes says, he killed himself because he was bored with life. One ought rather to say, he killed himself because he was bored by lack of life. It is often necessary to know how to obey a woman in order sometimes to have the right to command her. Be like the bird that, pausing in her flight a while on boughs too slight, feels them give way beneath her, and yet sings, knowing that she hath wings. Reaction, a boat which is going against the current but which does not prevent the river from flowing on. Reaction, a boat which is going against the current but which does not prevent the river from flowing on. Son, brother, father, lover, friend. There is room in the heart for all the affections, as there is room in heaven for all the stars. England has 2 books, one which she has made and one which has made her, Shakespeare and the Bible. The reduction of the universe to a single being, the expansion of a single being even to God, this is love. The reduction of the universe to a single being, the expansion of a single being even to God, this is love. I met in the street a very poor young man who was in love. His hat was old, his coat worn, his cloak was out at the elbows, the water passed through his shoes, and the stars through his soul. There are fathers who do not love their children. There is no grandfather who does not adore his grandson. The power of a glance has been so much abused in love stories that it has come to be disbelieved. Few people dare say nowadays that 2 beings have fallen in love because they have looked at each other. Yet that is the way love begins, and only that way. He, who every morning plans the transactions of the day, and follows that plan, carries a thread that will guide him through a labyrinth of the most busy life. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved for ourselves, or rather, loved in spite of ourselves. To love beauty is to see light. What would be ugly in a garden constitutes beauty in a mountain. The ideal and the beautiful are identical, the ideal corresponds to the idea, and beauty to form, hence idea and substance are cognate. Dear God, how beauty varies in nature and art. In a woman the flesh must be like marble, in a statue the marble must be like flesh. Fashions have done more harm than revolutions. I don't mind what Congress does, as long as they don't do it in the streets and frighten the horses. We are on the side of religion as opposed to religions, and we are among those who believe in the wretched inadequacy of sermons and the sublimity of prayer. Toleration is the best religion. I'm religiously opposed to religion. What greater flood can there be than the flood of ideas? How quickly they submerge all that they set out to destroy, how rapidly do they create terrifying depths. A stand can be made against invasion by an army, no stand can be made against invasion by an idea. In every French village there is now a lighted torch, the schoolmaster, and a mouth trying to blow it out, the priest. The brutalities of progress are called revolutions. When they are over we realize this, that the human race has been roughly handled, but that it has advanced. Every man who has in his soul a secret feeling of revolt against any act of the state of life or of destiny is on the verge of riot, and so soon as it appears he begins to quiver and to feel himself borne away by the whirlwind. Die very good, but do not make others die. Suicides like the one which is about to take place here are sublime, but suicide is restricted and does not allow of extension, and so soon as it affects your neighbor's suicide becomes murder. Every day has its great grief or its small anxiety. One cloud is dispelled, another forms. There is hardly one day in 100 of real joy and bright sunshine.